Good morning, students. So we were discussing manufacturing industries, and today we have to discuss the classification of industries. So let's see the classification of industries. So the first basis. So five bases we will be discussing in this main five bases on the basis of raw material, main role, then capital investment, ownership, and bulk and weight of raw material and finished goods. So these were the five main bases on which we will be discussing the classification of industries. So first, the basis of source of raw materials used. So first is agro-based industry. So according to this, the first category is of the agro-based industries, that is, the raw material is coming from the agriculture. Like for example, cotton is there, woolen, jute, sugar, edible oil. So all this comes under your agro-based. The second category is mineral-based industries. So those industries for which the raw material is coming from minerals, that is iron and steel industries, cement is there, aluminium is there, and machine tools are there. So that is the mineral based industry. So on the basis of raw material, we classified industries as agro based and mineral based. Now, the second main base is according to their main role in the economy, what kind of role they are playing. So, the first is basic or key industries. In this, basic or key industries, that is, which supply their products or the raw materials to manufacture other goods. Like, for example, the industries which are providing their raw material or the goods for the other industries to manufacture other goods, like iron and steel is there, copper smelting is there, aluminium smelting. So these industries provide their products or raw material to other industries to manufacture so many other products. Like iron and steel is providing the steel to the other industry. It can be defense equipments, medical equipments, construction equipments. So many other things can be manufactured with it. The second under the main role is consumer industries. So here we have consumer industries. That is, that produce goods for direct use by the consumers. So the goods are ready to use, direct use can be done by the consumers. Like for example, sugar, toothpaste, so they are ready to use, which can be consumed by the people. Then is on the basis of capital investment. So we have small scale industry and the large scale industry. On the basis of amount invested, capital invested, investment done. So in small scale, you can say the limit can be 25 lakh to 1 crore. Okay, so that can be the small scale industry. Like toy making is there, so you can say that is a small scale industry. Then large scale, in which investment is up to 1 crore. So after 1 crore, if more than 1 crore is there, that is large scale industry. So on the basis of capital investment like iron and steel, that is a large scale. Massive capital is required, lot of machinery is required, so that will be large scale, and the production will be on the large scale also. On the basis of ownership now, public, in which the main role is played by the government. The fourth category is on the basis of ownership. In this, the first is public industries, that is owned and operated by the government, like your Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, SAIL Authority of India Limited. So these are public sector enterprises. Then private, which is owned and operated by a group of individuals, private individuals, or individuals like Tisco is there, Reliance is there. Joint sector, in which the private individuals are also there and government role is also there, like Oil India, so that is a joint sector. Maruti Udyog, that is a joint sector industries. Now cooperatives, which are owned by the producers of the raw material and the workers, they are the owners of cooperatives. Like for example, Amul is there, Verka is there in Punjab, then the sugar industry in Maharashtra. So all these are examples of the cooperatives. The fifth classification now on the basis of bulk and weight of raw materials and finished goods. So on this we have that depending upon the weight of the raw material and the finished goods, we have heavy industry and light industry. So heavy, like raw material is also heavy, finished product is also heavy, iron and steel, and light industry, that is the electrical industry. So this was the classification of the industries. Now we have to discuss the industries in detail. Now in detail we have to discuss. So we will start with the textile industry. So textile industry students occupy a very unique position in the Indian economy. So how this is so? Because it contributes to the industrial production, 14% of the industrial production. Then the employment generation, 35 million people are engaged in this industry, which is second largest after the agriculture. Then the GDP contributions are also there, 4% from this industry. And then the foreign exchange also 24.6%. So this proportion of foreign exchange we are having from this textile industry. So textile industry, you can say, is a self-reliant industry and complete in value chain. Self-reliant means we are having all the inputs which are required in this industry, and complete in value chain, it means all the processes, whether it is spinning, it is weaving, dyeing, manufacturing, stitching, knitting, everything is done under one roof. And from the production of the raw material till the delivery of the final product, the considerable amount of value is added. So that's why we say that textile industry is self-reliant and complete in value chain. Now within the agro waste, now in textile industry, first which we have to see is cotton textiles. First which we have to see is cotton textiles. So the first successful cotton mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. So earlier we have seen students that our artisans used to do all the hand spinning and all the weaving on the handlooms, and that time all this work was being carried out in the rural areas, and this was the dominant sector also. Then gradually we shifted to the power looms, and then we have seen that the British textile industries and the goods made from the British textile industries ruined the traditional handicrafts of our country. This was the main cause of poverty also, that there was a decline in the traditional industries. Our traditional handicrafts, artisans were ruined because of the competition which was given by the British mill made cloth. We were not able to compete. That was cheap also, and mass production was done. So that's why Britishers were importing that cloth into our country. So demand was there for that cloth. So that's why it ruined our traditional handicrafts. Then students, we have seen the centralization of this textile industry or localization of this textile industry in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, that is in Maharashtra and Gujarat. So the same factors are working here also, proximity to the raw material or the cotton producing areas like the Deccan Trap, the abundant black soil is found there, favorable climatic conditions are there for the cotton, for the growth of the cotton plant there. So a lot of readily raw material availability is there in this areas of Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Then after that, power supply is also there because cluster is there, so many industries are located, centralization of industries are there. Raw material, then climate, we have seen the favorable climate is there for spinning and all this thing. And then after that, capital market is also there. Transport, so water transport is also, the port facilities are also available, as both the, you can say, cities Mumbai and Ahmedabad, they are on the both the states, Maharashtra and Gujarat, and these cities, they are located on the west coast. So a lot of port facilities are also there, like in Gujarat we have Kandla port, in Maharashtra we have Mumbai port. So this kind of facilities and well laid down network of railways is also there, roadways is also there. Capital Mumbai provides all the facilities of the local center, and Ahmedabad also insurance facilities, banking facilities. So that's why we have seen the localization of the cotton textile mills in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Then after that we have seen students, this textile industry is a supporting industry. It provides supports to the farmers and the laborers who are plucking the cotton balls, and of course to the workers who are working in these textile mills, whether they are engaged in the work of spinning, weaving, knitting, any dyeing, any process manufacturing of the garment. So it provides support. So this industry is demand creative. It supports the other industries also, like chemicals and dyes, then mill stores, packaging, engineering works. So this textile industry provides support to these industries also. Then but certain challenges are also there in front of this industry, like the mismatch is there between spinning and weaving. This is the biggest challenge we have, because we have world class spinning facilities. We produce the best quality yarn, but the weaving is not up to the mark. The fabric which we produce with this yarn is not of that good quality. So mismatch is there. We export high quality yarn, but we have to import the fabric. Our garment industry or the manufacturers, they have to import the fabric for the manufacturing of the aprons or for the any garments manufacturing. So we need to improve our weaving sector. And why this mismatch is there? Because the spinning is highly centralized in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. So the spinning work is being done in these states only. The reason, because of the climatic favorable conditions for spinning in these states. And the weaving is highly decentralized, which is spread throughout the country according to the traditional skill the artisans they are having. Like for example, Kanchipurams, they are being manufactured in Tamil Nadu only, and Banarsi sarees in Uttar Pradesh, Zari work, Surat is known for that. And if we say the Pashmina shawls, so Jammu and Kashmir is famous for this kind of work. So there the weaving is highly decentralized, and I have told you that weaving is not that much competent. They are not able to provide the good results. So due to this, the mismatch is there. So we need to improve our weaving sector. So if we will improve our weaving sector, obviously the employment will be generated. We will be able to provide the good quality of the fabric, and lot of value addition is there. Rather than exporting yarn, we can export the ready-made garments also, if it is of good quality, and lot of value addition is there. And we will be having the foreign exchange reserves also if we will improve our weaving sector. Then irregular power supply, this is a challenge. Old machinery, we are not able to upgrade the machinery again because of lack of capital is there. Low output of the labor, so unskilled labor is there, so their efficiency is not up to that level. And we need to upgrade them also by providing them proper training workshops. And then competition from the synthetic fiber, the nylon and all, they are also providing the competition to the cotton textiles. So this was all about cotton textiles.